Okay, so I woke up this morning, stretched, yawned, and looked down to realize my fingers had turned into tiny little wolves. I'm not talking metaphorically. I mean full-blown, howling, snarling, growling wolves. One of them bit my pinky toe before I even made it to the kitchen. So yeah, weird start to the day, but honestly, kind of fits the vibe of The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 1. Just raw chaos with a side of emotional devastation, and way too many things trying to bite you. Let's talk about what went down in this much-anticipated season premiere. Back into the fungus. We pick up sometime after the gut-wrenching finale of Season 1. You know, the one where Joel went full John Wick on the Fireflies and lied to Ellie's face about it. And if you thought the emotional tension would simmer down, think again. This show came back swinging. The episode wastes zero time reminding you just how bleak, beautiful, and brutal this world is. Joel and Ellie are still traveling together, but the energy has definitely shifted. You can feel it. Ellie's quieter. Joel's trying to act normal, but it's like he knows a giant lie is just hovering over them like a clicker in the dark. The show does such a good job of making you feel that tightrope walk, like every small talk conversation is just one word away from turning into a complete emotional meltdown. Welcome to Jackson. Population. Oh no. We get more time in Jackson this episode, which is great because it finally feels like we're seeing what a functioning post-apocalyptic society might actually look like. There's electricity, there's livestock, there's people smiling. I don't trust it. Nothing in this show ever comes without a price, and if anyone's smiling, it probably means they're about to get eaten, infected, betrayed, or emotionally wrecked. But Jackson is crucial, not just as a setting, but as a pressure cooker. Joel and Ellie have stopped moving, and in a world like this, standing still is dangerous, for your body and your heart. Ellie meets some new faces, including, you guessed it, Dina. Oh yes. Fans of the game are squealing right now because we all know what's coming, and if you don't, buckle up, because it gets messy fast. The show teases Dina's introduction with just enough awkward teen flirtation to make it charming and ominous. Ellie's trying to feel something other than the weight of Joel's lie, and Dina represents a spark of that, something normal in a world that's anything but. The big fungal elephant in the room. Okay, let's talk about what we're all secretly watching this show for. The infected. We don't get a massive horde in this episode, but what we do get is nasty. The showrunners know exactly how to use restraint. A single clicker in a quiet hallway is somehow scarier than a dozen in a field. It's the anticipation. That creeping feeling that something is just around the corner, ready to lunge and gnaw on your neck like it's an Arby's beef sandwich. There's a small but tense encounter in the episode that reminds us just how dangerous these things still are. And even when they're not on screen, they're always in the back of your mind. Like, yeah, Ellie and Joel are having a tender conversation about the future, but also, at any second, a wall might sprout legs and bite them. Pedro Pascal's still out here, stealing every scene. Let's just say it. Pedro Pascal is that guy. Somehow he manages to make Joel even more broken than he was last season, but also more lovable. It's like watching a sad cowboy try to hug a cactus. He wants to do the right thing. He wants to be the father figure. But he's also traumatized, guilty, and terrified. And the way he looks at Ellie when she's not watching? You could cut the guilt with a knife. And let's not forget Bella Ramsey. If Season 1 proved anything, it's that they're the perfect Ellie. Tough, sarcastic, and carrying more emotional baggage than a lost luggage room at JFK. Their chemistry is still rock solid, and it's going to be fascinating watching that bond twist and stretch as the truth starts to crawl to the surface. Seeds of violence, roots of revenge. Even though the episode isn't packed with action, it plants a lot of seeds. We start to see the subtle build-up to what fans of the game know is coming. Joel's decision in the hospital isn't going to stay buried. The past never does in this show. You can feel the slow simmer of coming conflict. There are whispers of other survivor groups, tensions in the town, little glances and background details that suggest not everyone is thrilled. Joel and Ellie are sticking around. And trust me, if you're watching this episode thinking, oh, they're safe now, you clearly haven't been paying attention. This world doesn't do safe. It does temporary. It does false sense of security. And then it rips your heart out and makes you thank it for the privilege. Soundtrack. Still slaps. Oh, and shout out to the soundtrack. The Last of Us has always known how to perfectly pair acoustic sadness with existential dread. This episode uses music like a scalpel, slicing into your feelings when you least expect it. There's a particularly emotional montage set to an acoustic cover that made me feel things I wasn't emotionally prepared for. Like, hey, I thought I was watching a zombie show, not processing my childhood trauma. Thank you very much. Final thoughts. So yeah, Season 2, Episode 1 doesn't come in guns blazing, but that's the point. It's about tension. It's about grief. It's about what happens when the end of the world slows down just enough for you to realize how much it's changed you. We're seeing the beginning of the next chapter. Joel's lie is going to catch up to him. Ellie's heartbreak is only just beginning. New characters are entering the fray, and no one, not one single character, is walking out of this season emotionally unscathed. This show is not here to make you feel good. It's here to break you apart slowly, piece by piece, while pretending to hold your hand. And we love it for that. Outro. Alright y'all, that's it for this breakdown of The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 1. If your fingers are also tiny wolves now, please let me know in the comments, because I'm starting to think it's a whole thing. Hit that like button like it owes you medicine. Smash that subscribe like it's a clicker coming at you in the dark. And share this video with someone who thinks Jackson, Wyoming is just a nice mountain town and not a psychological horror waiting to happen. Thanks for watching. Mind bang. Catch you next time. Unless my wolf fingers revolt and form their own YouTube channel first. Peace.